Hey guys, Abby Johnson here. I just wanted to briefly talk about a couple things that happened yesterday. Apparently yesterday was the day that liberals decided to have diarrhea of the mouth. Okay, so Chuck Schumer says in a press conference about the Supreme Court decision, the case that was heard yesterday. He says about Kavanaugh, about Justice Kavanaugh and Gorsuch, he says that if they vote in favor of abortion doctors having to have hospital privileges, okay, that they will pay the price. So he says they will pay the price if they vote against abortion rights. Now, I don't know, but to me, that sounds like a threat. Like, that sounds like a pretty threatening statement that they will pay the price. But then Schumer came back today and he's like, no, I misspoke. I didn't mean it as a threat. Well, it sounded like a threat. And Schumer's sort of cray. So, I think that it was a credible threat, and the fact that nobody in the Democratic Party is speaking out against this. Imagine if Mitch McConnell had said that to someone. Like, it would be all. What if he had said that to Ruth Bader Ginsburg? It would be all over the news. Democrats would be like calling for his head. It would be ridiculous, right? But here you have Chuck Schumer do it. And their party does nothing. They don't denounce it. They don't say anything about it. They're like, oh, perfectly fine. That's just good old Chuck. Okay, so that was one example of this problem we had yesterday. Also, Busy Phillips, who's like pretty much like she doesn't really do anything anymore to my knowledge. Maybe she does. I don't, if she does, I don't ever watch stuff that she's in. But anyway, she's an actress. And she is really being used by the abortion movement. She's had an abortion. She's come out about that. And so now she's their spokesperson. She cries every time she talks about having an abortion. She obviously is dealing with a lot of angst, internal suffering about it. But she's been held up now as like their poster child. So she can't admit to any of that now. So anyway, she goes in this rally yesterday and she's like screaming into the mic and she says, I am never going to stop talking about my abortions. I am never going to stop talking about my episiotomies. Okay. I am never going to stop talking about my period, and I'm never going to stop talking about my yeast infections. That's what she said. And to her, I say, okay. If that's something you really want to disclose, that's up to you. I'm not sure that episiotomies and yeast infections and periods have anything to do with what took place at the Supreme Court yesterday. But she is very passionate about yeast infections, y'all. And she needs to talk about it. And I think Monistat needs to give her like a deal or something, like a commercial deal. Because she would be a really good spokesperson for yeast infection medication. So, bless her heart, though. I do feel bad for her because, she is being so used, but she's allowing it to happen. And, they say you got to be passionate. Everybody needs to be passionate about something. And she's really passionate about those yeast infections. So, good for her. But, anyway, that's sort of what took place yesterday, with the liberal diarrhea of the mouth. Of course, we saw the apology. It wasn't really an apology, but we saw, the words from Schumer come in today, which I mean, I don't believe him. You know, he's like, it wasn't a threat. It wasn't a threat. It's just me being New York. That's just the way that I talk. Well, you need to stop that because it came across as a credible threat. The Democrats are being silent about it. No surprise. And apparently we need to start talking more about yeast infections. That sort of wrapped up the day yesterday at the Supreme Court. And we will see what hot news topics come up for us tomorrow. All right, y'all have a great day. God bless.